Jet Smith and Dr. Shaquille O'Neal. Welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports.
It's the Eastern Conference on display, featuring the... We are... is off.
Ready, gentlemen? Ready?
And so off the tip, it's Boston. And now the opening lineup for Boston. Thomas is the point with Bradley to his side. Horford is out there with Amir Johnson. And it's Crowder in at the 3 spot. Brooklyn with the ball. And Bogdanovich kicks to Lopez. Nice shot by Lynn.
And Lynn is just fearless. Always looking to get as close to the bucket as he can.
It's Crowder on the wing. Outside Thomas. There's the 3. Rebounded by the Nets. Oh, and a fast break for the Nets. In a wide open look for Lynn. Buries it from about 10 feet away. Now here's Johnson. Outside Bradley. Puts up the baby hook. Misses off the right iron.
It's an unusual, surprising miss for him. Typically, he's good on those inside. And when the Nets hired Kenny Atkinson as their coach, it signaled a bit of a culture change. No more going for that big-name coach to make a splash as they had done in the past. Went out and got a lead assistant from an organization that had found consistent success.
There's a whistle, and it goes on Isaiah Thomas. That's his first foul. Just around a minute and a half into the first quarter. The dish to Lopez. Back to Lynn. Or gets a hand on it. And it's Bradley. The drive. Score the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt. 1:12 left in the first quarter. Thomas against Land. Passes it to Lopez. Unable to get that one. And it's Boston the other way. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Near the three-point line, it's Thomas. That's in. He found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2. The Nets have gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. Lynn against Thomas for 3. But they'll get another chance. Lopez makes it off the glass.
Really, it's a thing of beauty to watch Hollis Jefferson move the ball like that. I mean, he's a team-oriented guy who looks to make the pass as much as possible.
Here's Crowder. Offensive rebound. Horford dishes to Johnson. Horford the pass to Johnson. They had a number of cracks at it, but came away empty-handed. Pass to Lynn. He's looking for Lopez and finds him. 3 seconds left. It's stolen by Bradley. And so the first quarter is in the books. Nets lead by 4. 2K Sports back in a moment here in Brooklyn. And Celtics head coach Brad Stevens.
The only hard part of that decision is leaving a place that you really loved for 13 years. I couldn't have left with.
I wonder if Coach Brad Stevens feels like he's recruiting another college class with all those draft picks locked in his stockpile.
I know he's feeling real good about his decision, taking the Celtics to the playoffs in just his second season. He's one of the bright coaching stars in our league.
And now the second quarter just getting set to start. And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for Brooklyn.
They pounded the ball inside in the first half, forcing the D to collapse, and that frees up the shooters going forward.
Also, what passing we've seen from them here early. I mean, there could be a big number in the assist column if this keeps up.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. On the floor for Boston, Smart and Brown outside on the wings. Jerebko at the 4, Olynyk at the 5. And it's Thomas in at the point guard position.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Dime-dropping delights is what I call it.
Yeah, that's a nice pass. I will give you that one.
Yeah, who's on the money, that's no doubt. Olynyk has the open look. Good, and Smart gets the assist. Olynyk's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball.
You know, one thing with the Nets, they'll always be able to spend in free agency pretty deep pockets of the owner, make that available and happen. Part of that is because the arena is already a huge success, too.
7-foot shot. Makes a big height bounce and goes in. And that ties it up.
And when it comes to size, it's not a one-on-one matchup that favors him.
Well, you wouldn't know it with that finish, I tell you. I mean, that took a little bit of creativity right there.
Stolen by Thomas. And out of bounds as the Nets gain possession. And the success of Barclays Arena can't be undersold. An absolutely gorgeous venue for any event. Let's have a great home here in Brooklyn.
And you know, with the revenue they bring in, the Nets, I think, will be in play for as many free agents as their cap can hold. Couple that with the allure of playing in New York and Brooklyn, I think we'll be in good hands in terms of landing talent as long as they stay here.
It's Crowder on the wing. Shoots a 3. A rebound by Bennett. Nets leading by 3. On the wing, Booker. Feeds it to Bennett. The pass to 4. And there's the foul. It's on Jaylen Brown. That is his first foul of the game. Brooklyn making some changes. Wande Hollis-Jefferson comes in for Booker. And it's Jeremy Lin in for Vasquez. And then for Boston, Al Horford. He's checked in for Olynyk. Johnson comes in for Jerebko. And Bradley subbed in for Brown.
And really, Lin has a terrific feel for this offense. Just seems to know whenever one of his guys is open.
On the wing, Johnson. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. It'll go, and the Nets lead is cut down to just 3 in the basket from Al Horford.
A tough start scoring the basketball, but they're starting to turn it around now.
Yeah, it looks like they've gained a little bit of confidence as the lid has come off the hoop.
Celtics foul. The Nets shooting their first free throws of the game. And that one falls for Lin.
And Lin has really carved out a nice role for himself in our league. An effective two-way player who can score, rebound, pass, and defend.
It's Crowder on the wing. Fires from the corner. And an air ball on that one. Way off. With 1 on the clock, that one's not going to go.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
And we hope you've enjoyed. Brooklyn found themselves in a close game in the first. The biggest lead they were able to get out to during the first period was 6 points. And from what we saw so far from the Nets, Kenny, what's your takeaway?
Well, they showed a lot of discipline.
And that's it for...
We have a close ball game on our hands as we get set for the second half of basketball. Jeremy Lin really making a difference here.
But really, the numbers aren't gaudy. They don't stick out, but his energy and impact does.
That's right. Sometimes the stats are facade. I mean, he's passing the eye test with his impact on the floor.
Scola out there with Brook Lopez. Then it's Jeremy Lin. And it's Hollis-Jefferson in at the 2. That's the group starting the second half for Kenny Atkinson. And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
We all remember Linsanity, don't we, Kevin, a few years ago? Jeremy Lin is indeed the NBA's first American player of Chinese or Taiwanese descent. He's had to overcome his share of skeptics who thought he didn't look the part of an NBA player. In fact, the first day he reported to Time Warner Cable Arena in Charlotte, he had a hard time convincing the security guard to let him in. Kevin, I guess you could say he's broken the mold.
And broken new ground, too, DA. Thanks.
The explosiveness and ball handling of Hollis-Jefferson on display there.
Celtics trail by 7.
And it had been something that had been talked about in the past via trade, but Al Horford joined Boston in the offseason via free agency. It was the fit that he wanted team-wise, and Horford was ready for a new challenge. So great fit with this roster and the city of Boston.
True on the 14-footer. Horford's got his second basket.
Yeah, that's asking a lot from that defender.
Yeah, it certainly is. I mean, he just doesn't have the size to really be effective in that kind of matchup.
To the middle, here's Lopez. Yes! And a nice assist from Lynn. Lynn's got 4 assists in the game.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
Here's Thomas. Some solid defense there from Lynn.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Here's Lopez. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down. And now a 9-point Nets lead.
He is so tough to deal with inside. Lopez just too big and too skilled.
And here's Bradley from 3. Good on the 3-point shot. Bradley's got 5 now.
Man, that is not an easy shot right there. I mean, he had to get it off over a much taller defender.
Yeah, he needed to add just a little more loft on that one because of the size mismatch. Hey. He did it perfectly.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that, that's your only option.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, free throws are always better than a layup, so I'd agree with you there, Greg. And, you know, one thing that Lopez wants to develop is his ability to create shots for his teammates. I mean, that's an important focal point offensively for him and his team.
Here's what Brooklyn's going with right now. Bennett's checked in for Scola. Booker comes in for Bogdanovich. Randy Foye, he's checked in for Hollis Jefferson. And it's Vasquez in for Jeremy Lin.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
When you draw the attention that he does inside, Lopez, with all those double teams he's getting, you have to be able to punish teams for sending help.
Yeah, exactly. You need good shooting around him, good spacing, because he does require typically 2 guys to try to stop him because of his repertoire of moves, his size, and his touch.
With 4 seconds on the clock, the shot's good. Vasquez making the play. And that's 12 points for Brook Lopez. And here at the end of the 3rd quarter, it's and the final period of play just about to start. Boston with the ball, trailing by 10. On the floor for Boston. Jerebko at the 4, Olynyk at the 5. Thomas is the point with Bradley to his side, and it's Brown in at the small forward position. Boston on D. Here's McCullough. Rebound by Olynyk. Celtics trail by 10. Bradley drives in. Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow. Lynn against Thomas. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Thomas. Crowder is checked in for Jerebko. And it's out of bounds. The Celtics will take it the other way. Celtics shooting 33% for the night. That's a big thorn in their side right now. And here's Bradley from 3. Good on the triple. Bradley's got the first basket as we get going in the 4th for the Celtics. Nets leading by 7. Here's Hollis Jefferson. And yes, it's good.
And with the physical gifts that Hollis Jefferson has, he plays a lot bigger than his listed height.
In the corner, Bradley with it. Outside Crowder from the arc. No good that time. And Brooklyn will now go the other way with it. Inside, here's Hamilton. Up and in on the layup. Timeout. And it's an 11-point Nets lead. Now a timeout called by Boston.
Bring it in, guys. Let's shut him down now. This is it. Do not take your foot off the gas pedal now, gentlemen. Listen, I don't want anyone
inside, and also to get them to tighten up that defense.
Yeah, and I think he's going to let them know about it. I mean, they're playing some soft interior defense, and you can't win that way. That's a recipe for disaster if you're not going to play with some physicality inside.
Luis Scola, he's checked in for Brooklyn.
And you're not going to pass up that kind of.
A minute 42 left in the fourth quarter of this one. And here is Lynn. Outside Scola. From 11 feet away. Nice spin off the left rim and in. Scola's got the lead up to 11 now for the Nets.
They're forcing the ball inside, and it's working beautifully.
It really is. 5 out of 6 of their last field goals have come from the paint. And that's definitely a shot that he has in his arsenal.
The Nets have gone 3 of 4 in field goal attempts since getting things started here in the fourth. Lynn against Thomas. Lynn kicks to Hamilton. Shot clock at 6. Lynn fires. And the shot falls short this time. Boston's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Stripped away. To the inside. Here's Scola. And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it 3.
And they feel good about this win tonight, guys, defending their home court.
I agree. Job well done. They gave these fans exactly what they wanted.
Lopez, he's checked in for Justin Hamilton. And the Celtics also making a change. Horford's checked in. Down low. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
Hey.
And the Nets lead by 13.
This is a serious game-clinching run they're on.
Yeah, I agree with you. Just not backing off here. I mean, they're looking to close this one out in style. What a time to have this kind of serve.
Here's Bogdanovich. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in.
And it's all one-way traffic tonight, boy. They have been lights out offensively.
And there's no telling how big that lead's going to get. But again, it's just one game, but nonetheless a very impressive one, the way they've handled their business here.
Shooting for Brooklyn.
And he can't get the first one.
2 shots.
And he's good on the second. 5 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And they get it. Can't connect. And so it's Brooklyn easily grabbing this one. This game may not have been the most exciting we've ever seen, but you have to appreciate just what a clinical performance they put on.
I know their fans appreciated it, and we